Mga kababayan, magandang gabi. Ako si Lan ng hashtag Walk with Lan at maligayang pagbabalik dito sa ating channel. Ang channel na hindi natatakot na maging woke sa mga issue ng bayan. Ngayong gabi, February 7, 2026, habang ang oras ay alas 3 ng umaga ah, sa PST, pero dito sa Pilipinas, alas 7 ng gabi. At ang hangin ay parang may sariling agenda. Alam nyo ba, parang politiko lang ang bagyo. Umaasa tayo na hindi ito magiging malakas, pero laging may surprise twist. Tonight's episode, Bagyong Basyang. Susugod pa ba sa Visayas at tuluyang mawawala? Base sa latest pag-asa update, oo maglalandfall pa ito sa Central Visayas at Negros Island region bago tuluyang malusaw. Pero hindi lang weather report ito, mga friends. Tatalakayin natin ito sa intellectual lens, paano nakakaapekto ang bagyong ito sa politics, economy at buhay ng ordinaryong Pinoy. Para sa mga kabataan na naghahanap ng real talk at sa mga OFW na gustong updated sa homeland issues, this is for you. Stay tuned for a couple of minutes of facts, wit, and critical analysis. Huwag umalis kasi may witty analogies pa tayo about how this storm is like our government's stormy policies. Alam nyo ba na si Basyang ay nagsimula bilang tropical storm Penha internationally. At ngayon, weekend na ito sa depression, pero still packing rains na maaaring maging flash floods. Facts first, then the critic. Let's dive in. Okay mga kababayan let's start with the basics. Hindi tayo magpapaniwala sa fake news, kundi sa verified sources like Pag-asa at international trackers. As of February 6, 2026, 11 p.m. update. Wait, actually, latest as of 10 p.m. PHT. Si Bagyong Basyang o Tropical Depression Penha ay nasa vicinity ng Ayungon, Negros Oriental. Ang hangin, 45,000 kilometers, 45 kilometers per hour. Gust up to 60 kilometers per hour. Moving westward slowly, parang traffic sa EDSA. Okay, nagsimula ito as a low pressure area, naging tropical depression noong February 3, then storm, made landfall sa Surigao del Sur late Thursday, February 5, then fourth landfall sa Alcoy, Cebu around 7:50 p.m. Friday, and fifth sa Ayungon, Negros Oriental by 9 p.m. Ngayon, traversing Negros Island, expected to weaken into a low pressure area within 12 hours, then head to southern Panay. Central Visayas, Bohol, Cebu, Negros Island region, heavy rainfall expected through Saturday evening. That's today, February 7, up to torrential rains sa Mindanao, Visayas at Southern Luzon. Signal number 1 naman sa maraming lugar like Negros Occidental, Guimaras, Iloilo, Capiz, Aklan, Antique, at parts of Palawan. Basyang ang pangalan. It's from Pag-asa's list for 2026 cyclones. Basyang means something like a storm in local lore. Pero sa politics, parang basyang na promises ng gobyerno, malakas sa simula, mahina sa dulo. But seriously, this is the second cyclone this year after Ada in January. Pag-asa predicts up to 1 per month. But with climate change, who knows? Para sa mga viewer, ano sa tingin ninyo? Ready na ba ang local governments? Comment below habang nanonood. Ngayon, let's go deeper. Hindi lang facts, kundi bakit ito importante sa Philippine politics. Remember Typhoon Yolanda in 2013 o Ondoy in 2009, Basyang 2026 is weaker, but the pattern is the same. Government promises, build back better, pero saan napupunta ang disaster funds? Ayon sa COA reports from past years, billions in DRRM funds are underutilized or misused. For example, in 2025 alone, may 50 billion pesos na calamity fund. Pero reports show delays in prepositioning goods. Si Basyang ay hitting Central Visayas and Negros, areas na may high poverty rates, sugar industry hubs, at political hotbeds. Negros Island, kilala sa agrarian issues at insurgency. Paano nakakaapekto ang bagyo? Floods destroy crops, displace families, at exacerbate inequality. Youth in these areas, they are the ones left to rebuild habang politicians post selfies sa relief ops. Parang election promises ha, malakas ang hangin pero walang laman. But fact-based ha, climate change is real. Philippines is one of the most vulnerable countries per IPCC reports. Our emissions are low but we suffer from global warming caused by big polluters. Dapat ba tayo mag-demand ng climate justice sa international forums? Yes. At locally, bakit walang aggressive shift to renewable energy? Solar at wind could mitigate pero stuck pa rin sa coal. Mga OFWs, paano nakakaapekto ang ganitong disasters sa remittances? Share your stories in the comments section. Magre-react ako sa next episode. Let's zoom in on the response. Pag-asa warnings are on point. Kudos to them for real updates and DRRMC. As of now, prepositioned aid sa Visayas pero reports from ground base sa news like ABS-CBN at Rappler. Show evacuation sa Bohol at Cebu pero kulang sa some areas. 15 areas under signal number 2 earlier, now down as it weakens. Bakit laging reactive tayo? It's a systemic issue. Corruption in bidding for infra projects. Remember the flood control scandals last year? Billions spent pero baha pa rin. In Negros, land reform issues mean poor farmers are most hit. No insurance or support. Si Basyang parang opposition, weakening pero still causing stir. Pero seriously ha, economic tourism in Visayas down, agriculture losses in billions, political could this spark protests if response fails. Youth and OFWs, you are the future voters abroad. Use your voice. Para sa mga ano natin, no, mga kababayan, pause here if you need. Pero balik agad kasi next is how we can fight back. Ngayon, let's talk solutions. Intellectual style. First, push for better policies. Strengthen the Climate Change Act. Invest in early warning systems. EU at US aid for resilience pero local implementation weak, mahina. Current admins focus on infra like build more. BBM yan eh. Build back. Ano yung build back more. BBM. Pero hindi climate resilient. Dapat may accountability. Transparency sa funds. Para sa mga kabataan, join movements like Fridays for Future PH. OFWs naman, lobby through embassies for better diaspora support during disasters. Huwag maging basyang sa buhay. Weak at dissipating. Be strong like a high-pressure system. Share nyo to ha. By 2050, more intense storms per UN reports. Ano ang gagawin natin? 20 years from now yun eh. Poll in comment section ha. Ano ang biggest failure ng gobyerno sa disasters? A. Funds misuse. B. Poor planning. C. All of the above. Mga kababayan, sa mundo kung saan ang kasinungalingan ay nangingibabaw, ang katotohanan ng unang sinisikil. Pero kasama kayo ha, magpapatuloy tayo sa laban. Walang takot yan, walang kinikilingan at laging handa para sa bayan. Sumali na sa aking YouTube channel membership sa hashtag #WalkWithLan at tulungan natin ang channel na maabot ang 100,000 subscribers. Malapit na po tayo dyan. 20,000 na, 80,000 na lang, no? Ang inyong suporta ang susi sa kalayaan natin para ipagpatuloy ang pagbabalita ng katotohanan. Salamat at kita-kits sa laban. Okay, to wrap it up, with Basyang will landfall pa sa Central Visayas at Negros bago malusaw. Bringing rains pero weakening. Pero the real storm, our political system na hindi handa. Stay informed, stay woke. Thanks for watching of Couple of Minutes. Patunay na engage kayo. Like, share, subscribe. Next episode, more on Philippine politics. Kita-kits, mga kababayan. Maraming salamat.